Hey everyone, and welcome to the first ever Monday Motivation Podcast. I'm going to start putting these out on Mondays to give you a little shot in the arm before you go off and do everything you need to do that week. So, whether it be a goal that you might have with music or at work or in your personal life, I just want to give you a little shot in the arm on Monday morning to get your week off to the right start and hopefully inspire you to carry through on some of your goals for the week. So, today I want to talk about accountability as it relates to music. And of course, this will carry over to lots of other areas in your life. But when it comes to music, you're really only accountable to yourself, right? I mean, music is something where you spend a long time in a room by yourself trying to get better at something that only really you want to be better at, right? So there's nobody there that's really spurring you on. You don't have a boss to answer to. If you don't get your practice time in for the week, well, then you just don't get your practice time in for the week. So it's really important to figure out a way to be accountable to yourself to get those required hours in to get better at playing your instrument, right? And this is one of the toughest things to do as a musician. I have been guilty of it tons of times myself, where I set a goal on a Sunday night about the amount of hours I want to practice or the amount of things that I want to get done, and then I just don't follow through in the end because you know what? I know that nobody else is looking. Nobody else is going to know whether I got my time in or not. And that is a dangerous thing, right? If you don't get your work done at work, your boss is going to start breathing down your neck. But when it comes to playing music, we don't really have a boss besides ourselves. So here are a couple of strategies that you can do. The first thing is you've got to teach yourself how to be accountable to yourself. Think about maybe splitting your personality where one of you is the employee and the other one is the boss. The boss is the one that's going to keep you accountable, and the employee, we all know what happens to an employee when they don't stay accountable, don't get their work done, they get fired, right? So you have to honestly learn to evaluate yourself and then kick yourself in the butt to make sure that you're getting your work done. So let's say on a Sunday night you decide you want to practice for an hour each and every day that week because you know that's going to be amazing for your playing. Well, you've got to kind of split yourself down the middle and say, all right, I'm going to take on this boss persona. And if the employee doesn't get their work done, there's going to be some kind of consequence. And maybe you can self impose some kind of consequence on yourself that you know is not going to be fun, but you got to stick to it. And that's where the mental toughness comes in. And people don't think about being a musician as being, you have to have a lot of mental toughness, but you do. You got to work through your issues. You got to keep practicing even when you don't want to, even when you know that your friends are out having a good time or there's something awesome going on, but you haven't gotten your time in. You got to stay home and put that time in, all right? Here's another one that you can do is hook up with an accountability partner. So maybe you have a friend that has similar goals to you when it comes to getting better at your instrument. Well, be accountable to each other. Set a firm goal. So I want to learn a transcription and memorize a certain number of choruses over a particular transcription and play them at tempo. And I'm going to accomplish that goal by the end of the week. Well, if you have somebody else that you've told that to and say at the end of the week, make me play this transcription for you no matter what. No excuses, no mercy, right? That's going to kind of kick you in the butt. So, if my first suggestion on being your own accountability partner, if you know that's not going to work for you, or if you've done it in the past and it hasn't turned out very well, go out and find somebody. I'm willing to bet all of you people out there that play music have friends that also play music and have some similar goals of improving on their instrument. That would be the perfect accountability partner for you. And that's going to keep you on task. At least I know that it would keep me on task. The other thing that's great about an accountability partner is that naturally, as human beings, we don't want to let others down. And the fear of letting somebody down may just be enough to spur you on to accomplish your goals. The other thing is, it's kind of embarrassing if your accountability partner does accomplish all their goals and you haven't done any of yours. So I firmly believe in the accountability with somebody else because then you actually have to be honest with another human being and tell them whether you've accomplished your goals or not. All right, I hope this helped you guys. I also don't want you to think that I'm preaching to you, because I'm guilty of all the stuff that I'm going to be talking about. And these are just some thoughts that I've learned from people throughout the years that have really helped me in my quest to be a better musician. So I don't want you to think I'm standing on the mountaintop, talking down to all you guys. That's not what this is about. I simply want to share some of the stuff that has worked for me in the past. All right, let me know if you enjoy these episodes. Let me know if you hate these episodes. Let me know about any other issues that you might have that you want me to do an episode on. Happy to do some research and find some really, really good advice for you, because it always teaches me something in the end as well. All right, we'll see you on Friday for our regularly scheduled programming, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great week.